In the dazzling kingdom of Fairytale, beauty was abundant, but kindness was rare, especially in the heart of Princess Seraphina. Known far and wide for her breathtaking appearance, Seraphina's beauty masked a heart as cold as the winter winds and a tongue as sharp as a dagger. Each day, she looked upon her subjects with disdain, her scornful words leaving invisible scars on all who served her. Miku, a humble maid in the royal palace, lived in constant fear of the princess's wrath. One day, while preparing Seraphina's chambers, Miku made a small mistake, placing the princess's favorite comb on the wrong side of the vanity. When Seraphina entered the room, her eyes narrowed with fury.
You can't even handle a simple task. No wonder you're stuck here as a servant, useless and pathetic.
Her voice cut through the air like a knife, leaving Miku trembling. The maid's hand shook as she corrected the error, her eyes glistening with unshed tears.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'll do better next time.
Seraphina paid no heed to the sadness in her voice. What the princess did not see was the heaviness in Miku's heart, a weight that grew with each cruel word. One afternoon, as Seraphina strolled through the royal gardens, she encountered a bird unlike any she had ever seen. Its feathers shimmered with a magical light, changing colors with every movement, captivating the princess with its beauty. Eager to possess such a rare creature, Seraphina demanded that it be captured and caged, despite warnings from her servants that it might be a magical being. The bird was caught and placed in a golden cage, but as soon as its freedom was taken, its once sweet song turned into a low, mournful hum. That night, Seraphina was awakened by the sound, a hum so intense it seemed to echo within her very soul. No matter how hard she tried, she could not escape it. The hum grew louder, more insistent, and with it came a strange feeling, a sadness she had never known. Morning came, but the bird's song persisted, filling the castle with its melancholic tune. Seraphina's mood darkened, her rudeness reaching new heights. She lashed out at everyone around her, but the more she tried to assert her authority, the stronger the hum became, reverberating through her heart. Desperate for relief, she sought the counsel of magicians and wise elders, but none could silence the bird's mournful song. One day, an old traveler arrived at the castle, drawn by tales of the cursed bird. He did not offer a solution but instead posed a riddle.
The songbird's tune mirrors the heart it hears. To silence it, one must find harmony within.
His words echoed in Seraphina's mind long after he had left.
Harmony within.
She wondered aloud, puzzled and frustrated. As she sat alone in her chambers, the bird's hum still resonating within her, Seraphina began to understand. The bird's song wasn't just a curse, it was a reflection of her own heart, hardened by years of selfishness and cruelty.
Could it be that I've caused this?
She whispered to herself, grappling with the realization. Determined to change, Seraphina decided to start somewhere, anywhere. The next day, she approached Miku with hesitation.
I'm sorry for what I said. You work hard, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Highness. That means a lot to me.
But Seraphina knew that words alone wouldn't be enough to mend the wounds she had inflicted. The bird's song remained unchanged, but Seraphina was undeterred. She began offering apologies to others she had wronged, though her efforts were awkward and often met with skepticism. Slowly, she started listening more and commanding less, seeing those around her as individuals with lives and feelings of their own. As time passed, Seraphina's heart began to soften. She spent more time with her servants, learning about their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. One evening, she sat with Miku, who spoke of her young daughter.
She loves to sing, Your Highness. I wish I could give her a better life.
Why not bring her to the palace? We could have a concert in the garden.
Miku's eyes lit up with hope, and for the first time, Seraphina felt genuine remorse. Not just for her own discomfort, but for the pain she had caused others. Weeks went by, and the songbird's melody began to change. The mournful hum that once filled the castle was now softer, tinged with notes of hope. One day, Seraphina returned to the garden where she had first seen the bird. She sat by the rose bush and wept, not out of frustration, but out of a deep desire to make amends for the hurt she had caused.
I want to be better.
As her tears fell, the bird's song transformed into a gentle, soothing tune that filled the air with warmth and light. Startled, Serafina looked up to see the bird, now free from its cage, perched on the bush once more. Its feathers shimmered with renewed vibrancy, and its song was no longer mournful but uplifting. In that moment, the traveler's riddle became clear. The harmony she sought was not the silence of the song, but the change within her own heart.
I can't change the past, but I can shape the future. I want to be a ruler who inspires, not one who instills fear.
The bird flew to her shoulder, and Serafina felt a weight lift from her chest. The curse was broken, not by force, but by the kindness she had learned to embrace. From that day on, Princess Serafina was no longer known for her rudeness but for her wisdom and grace. The songbird became her constant companion, its melody a reminder of the power of change and the beauty of a kind heart. And so, her story was passed down through the generations, a lesson to all who would listen, a heart's plea answered, and a kingdom transformed by the power of kindness.